We're preparing our kids for their future, not our past. Their future that requires different ways of teaching and learning, different ways of communicating, using technology, using the creative, and innovative aspects of who they are. We need to provide that kind of an educational environment where teaching and learning is just that.
A year ago, October of 2011, I was still stuck in the mode of how am I going to introduce all these systems at this brand new campus. And we're talking the systems of bells, intercom, video broadcast, cable TV, digital signage. All that stuff needed to be either tied together somehow, or I was going to have to introduce brand new systems for each one of those and learn each one separately. I walked onto the campus of Center College in October of 2011 to visit my son, saw on a desk the AMX symbol and liked what was in that classroom, got on the website and found the website for School View system and AMX together, tied together. And it was from there that I saw a system that not only tied all that together, but did it simply all over IP and in a way that looked like it would address not only our solutions, but introduce new systems to the classroom so that we could engage the students in a way they had never been engaged before, and as an administrator be able to control all that just sitting here at my desktop basically anywhere I want to. So it looked like a great marriage between Westminster and School View AMX.
Teaching in the 21st century has its challenges because we have a lot of students that require a lot of different input, a lot of different informational sources going in and out all their different ports. So we have this system that we have has helped us as teachers. It gives us a great amount of flexibility to try to hit as many senses as possible with these kids. They get a lot of I don't have to just be a teacher that just stands up there and lectures. Using the wall display, I can come over to projector controls and I can hit the on laptop button and my laptop comes on. I've plugged into the video source and so it's showing up on my board. I can go into local sources and I can find the campus video. If campus video has been made and we're supposed to watch it at a certain time of day, I can go and plug that in and we can watch it when it's convenient for me. I can go to video sources and I can go to Cable Tuner 1 or Cable Tuner 2 that's already been loaded up with a DVD and show it. Maybe one class is wanting to show one DVD to all the 7th graders. We can do that through that source. And there's also a Blu-ray player as well. I can control my volume controls over here by going down or up and just dragging the button. And I can also mute it in case I needed to speak to my class while we were in the middle of a lab.
The ease with which you can flow in and out of a presentation, the ease with which you can flow in and out of, in my case, showing kids what's going on is great. And I can use it in multiple ways because I can turn things off, turn things on really easily. I don't have to be wheeling around carts or organizing things, aiming things, those kind of deals that, gosh, you spend 30 seconds trying to flip something on and then a kid kicks it, kicks the cart. There's another 30 seconds and now your kids are lost. Now, it doesn't happen.
I enjoy having everything right there in a little box or right there, easily accessible, right by my desk, where I don't have to go look for an old shoebox that I've got with old wires or cables in it. Everything is right there and I can plug right into my desk. So it's been very convenient in that way.
The one thing that Han Kim, he's been able to, he takes his iPhone out and he'll get into the remotes, just like the administrative panel on his iPhone. And if we just want to do a page or a test someplace, he can do it right from there. All the stuff that I can do on my desktop, he can do right there on his iPhone.
Yes, and, unfortunately in our culture, safety is a huge issue. I mean, it's the most primary, fundamental responsibility that we have, the safety and well-being of our kids. When we're entrusted with the lives of these young people, when parents, a mom and a dad, bring their sons and daughters to us, they're entrusting their lives with us. When we designed this campus, we did so with safety in mind. That's why we have one front door. And after school starts in the morning, all the other doors are locked. The only way you can get into this building is through the front door. And we have a receptionist right there, and we have cameras right there. Not only a security system, but a communication system, so that if there was, a threat on campus, that we can communicate quickly, go into a lockdown situation very quickly using the technology, systems that we have to help us to do that. And certainly, that's an issue of accountability. We need to be able to, demonstrate to our parents that these are the systems that we have to help us ensure that your son or daughter will be safe.
We have 100 projectors going on in the classrooms right now. And in the past, the problem has always been that nobody ever turns it off. And so, although it was difficult to measure exactly what the cost was energy-wise, but when you walk in and at the old building, if you had 50 projectors that were still on, not only the energy that was wasted, but we were changing out bulbs left and right. So $150 a bulb, and you were changing it out, or you're doing that multiple times a year. It was costly. Here what happens is that I can see on a screen what the bulb life is. We have it set so that all projectors turn off at 7 p.m. Again, from a master control. I don't have to walk around, turn anything off. I can see it on screen, online, and if there needs to be minor adjustments, I can do it all from the screen again. We've noticed a decrease in the actual IT needs in the classroom, and 80% of them can be addressed with me sitting at the desktop on my computer in my office and just doing a few keystrokes, getting into the administrative part of AMX, and accomplishing what I need to accomplish. At this point, if you're trying to decide on systems, whether it's one of these or two of these or three of these, the first question I would say is that do you have do you have Cat 5 or IP all the way to all your classrooms? Well, yes. This system, you don't have to recable. I mean, it's right there for you. All you got to do is introduce this system in the master side of it, and then in the classroom as a 2x2 box. There's no cabling because you're running over IP for the most part, and now you've just introduced not only the two systems you want, but you now have the ability to scale up at your leisure or when you have the time or the money to the various other systems that they have here.
So yes, there's a significant return on investment when it comes to using technology to conserve, to communicate, and to save time just with the efficiency of what digital communication provides.
As far as the Bell system is concerned, it was an absolute blessing because I can get 98% of the work done way ahead of time, and it's out of the way. It's done. And cost-wise, I'm down to almost nothing because I'm doing all the changes myself. The great thing that AMX does on the Bell system is they will take your map of your campus, zone it out for you, put it on the screen so that when I get in there, if I'm doing a Bell system for classrooms, instead of doing command line stuff where I'm just entering names and numbers and command line, it's all GUI based so that I could actually click. If I want the bells in these 5 classrooms, I just click it with my mouse, turns green, and those bells are assigned to that classroom, and I just pick the sound that I want for that bell, again, on the touch screen, and it's done. I think I had a schedule that had 35 bell events for a day, middle school, upper school, lunches. It took me, maybe 15, 20 minutes at the most to put that entire schedule online, apply it to the days that it needed to be done, and I'm done for the year. So my biggest fear was we were going to get all these new systems online, and at the same time we're trying to train people, we're also trying to learn it, and then also trying to introduce new curriculum and the ways to use it in the classroom. It was a daunting task. The great thing about this system is that you're learning one administrative function basically, and as you learn one, you basically have learned how to control all those various systems that I mentioned. The digital signage, the bells, all that is tied into one basically learning package. So the fact that we were on such a short deadline timeline, it was amazing that when the doors opened in August, the fact that we could learn in about 3 days what we needed to learn to get everything running, amazing. Construction people let us in August 1. We had to have the doors open for school to start 20 days later, 25 days later. And we had, nobody was able to touch the systems until then because of the construction. Again, the fear was I'm training, I'm learning, and trying to run it at the same time. Well, by the time August 25th, doors opened, teachers were so comfortable going into the classroom because the basics are so simple. It's a touchpad, it's a couple of touches on the key to get things working, it's plug my laptop in, and for the most part, 90% of what they're going to do in a classroom is ready to go. The beauty of this is that you now have scalability. You can add features like DVR, which we don't have, but we could add it. Clocks, which we don't have, but we could add it. The HVAC system is going to be something we introduce. So scalability is beautiful as far as the IT director is concerned.
To me, the most compelling thing was that this was a system that would give us the infrastructure that we could build on, so that there would be, flexibility. We could make changes down the road as technology, continues to change and improve the issue.
What we've done here and what y'all have been able to bring to us, it's very big, it's very sweeping, but it's very simple at the same time. Adding technology into the classroom will not take a bad teacher and make them good overnight. And it won't take a good teacher and make them excellent overnight, but it can take almost anybody and make them a little bit better. It's not the silver bullet. Kids aren't going to learn because of technology, it's because of what the teachers do with it. And when you've got a tool that's easy for teachers to use and implement, then you've got a win-win.